There's a party going on all night long. Come and celebrate with me tonight. Put your glass in the air like you just don't care. Let's toast one last time. One last time. Hey-oh, this is how it breaks down.
Well, there were many magic moments in the season gone past, and there's bound to be many more in the season that lies ahead. The wait is over, and I'm sure you're all happy about that, as indeed we are, to get underway with the 14-15 season coming up. And we saw some scenes there, fellas, of the presentations with Zach Purton being crowned the champion jockey and Casper Founds the champion trainer. Who would have believed that 2 years in a row the Trainers' Premiership could have gone down basically to the last race?
Yeah, it was a great little montage, that wasn't it? Just refreshing our memories on some of the excitement at the end of last season. And as you say, Darren, I mean, the battle, particularly between the trainers, John Size and Casper Founds, was tooth and nail right to the wire. Casper got it at the end, but I'm sure John will be right there again this season, Clint, and I'm sure Douglas White and Joe Moreira will have their thoughts heading towards taking on Zach Purton as well.
Yeah, look, I think the trainers will be a very tightly contested at the top again, more so than I think other years this time around, but it was a great finish again. And I'm sure the Jockeys Championship won't be let down. We've been very fortunate the last 2 seasons, and it is the nature of the beast at the moment. Let's just hope we get another finish like that. I don't think we can I mean, it's been incredible, hasn't it? But yes, we hope.
Well, on our show tonight, we'll be hearing from the main players, Douglas White, Zach Purton and Joe Moreira, along with a number of the leading trainers as well, about the high-profile runners in their stable. And a segment I'm sure you'll be looking forward to later on tonight, the predictions of Brett Davis and Clint Hutchison. What about his predictions last season? Talk about Nostradamus.
Last season's predictions, he's the man to follow. He's the man in form. Yeah, I'm tailing off at the moment.
I'm sure a prominent jockey will be very keen to hear yours later on tonight, Brett.
Yeah, there'll be no mention of that.
But late last season, we did get some very important news reclassification of some of the group races in Hong Kong. And now we've got a total of 10 international Group 1 races. Those that have been upgraded, the Stewards Cup, the Citibank Gold Cup, the Queen's Silver Jubilee over 1,400 metres, and then the last group race being the Standard and Champions Chatter and Chatter Cup.
That's right, Darren. So 10 in total, and obviously an increase pretty much right across the board. Obviously the higher graded races have copped more with regards to prize money increases, Clint. So there's plenty to fight for out there on the track.
Yeah, and I think they needed to, you know, in light of what's going on around the rest of the world and you know, the big races that are attracting top horses from around the globe. I think the club needed to respond, and they have.
Well, let's get into our program tonight, and we're going to hear from John Moore, who's got plenty of aces in his stable for the upcoming season.
Doing great. His first run will be up in the first week of October. That's at 1,400. Then, of course, he'll go into the mile, the trial, and into 2,000. But, yeah, nice sound horse. Done everything right. Had 2 or 3 gallops so far. We'll start to push the pedal a bit in the next few weeks. But we all know that he has to get to about 1,800 before he really hits his straps. So, yeah, look forward to the Cup trial and then the Cup itself, main targets. But as I said earlier, couldn't be happier.
I saw Abel Friend the other morning. I think Joe was writing a bit of work on him, and he looks well. He's summered well.
It's summered very well. Looks great in the coat. Bit burly. He's put on, I don't know, about 80, 100 pounds. Joe said it's like riding one of those big Spanish bulls. That was his comment. But anyway, he'll be, again, the same sort of races as Designs on Rome, same races. The 1,400, the mile and mile trial, and the mile trial, and then into the mile. But he's doing everything right, you know, and then I'll start to, you know, up their workloads in the next few weeks. But I'm happy the way things are going at the present moment.
And just quickly, Dan XL obviously down under, and obviously Gary had a winner with his first runner, but how's Dan XL going?
Okay, yeah, he's starting to dapple up in the coat now, got a good sheen to his coat. They got a little of the winter hair out, because when he got to Muskoka he started to grow. It's pretty cold up that part of the world. But he'll trial on Monday at Randwick. in a 1,000-metre trial with Tommy on board, and we'll just see how he pulls up after that. And then we've got him penciled in for another trial at Rose Hill 10 days later. We'll ship him down to Melbourne on the 18th, the 19th of September, and he'll be ready to run in the Sir Rupert Clarke 1400 on the 28th. That's Sunday the 28th.
Yeah, good point that John's made there, because I believe Damien Oliver's been subsequently booked to ride Dan Excel on that day. Tommy Berry's got another commitment now. Yeah,
well, great to hear that he's settled in well and he's starting to dapple up, and obviously he'll have those 2 prep runs heading towards the ultimate goal, which is the Cox Plate, so we wish them all the best.
Well, we'll hear now from the newly crowned champion trainer, Casper Founds.
Trainer Casper Founds. Cass, we haven't really had a chance to talk since the great final day last term. What a finish.
Yeah, Clint, geez, it was such an exciting day. You know, we started the day off with Mobile King being really unlucky. I thought, oh, geez, you know, I'll do my best to win this thing, and then it turned out really good from then on. So it was, you know, it was something special to get 3 winners in 3 seconds to get the job done.
Your 3rd championship, eyeing off number 4 this term?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's going to be tough to go back to back, but I've got some nice young horses in the stable, and there's a few there that'll be winning 2 or 3 races apiece with a bit of luck. So, you know, obviously it's going to be tough, but my target again is to try and be with the big 4 guys and just, you know, try to do that again, just trying to be in the top 4, and if it gets close, we'll push and squeeze and see what we got.
Talking about Lucky 9 firstly, a couple of your top liners. Lucky 9 now, you obviously were going to go to Japan, weren't happy with some of the arrangements there or the boxing. Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I took the trip down there, because normally every stable I've visited and stayed at in Japan has been outstanding. You know, but the race this year is at a different track, so I thought I'll go and have a look at the setup. And surprisingly, the stables were a lot smaller than the other ones, and it just didn't suit. You know, and so I asked them to make some changes, but the main change I wanted was to knock the fiberboard partition out and make 2 stables into 1. And they couldn't do that, so you know, I said, if you can't do that, I'm not coming. So we'll stay here and concentrate on December now.
So that's the plan now with Lucky 9, just have him set for the big race in December?
Yeah, that's his target. So, you know, we'll stay at home. The stake money is very big this year. I think it's up to 18 mil. So we'll try and snag that.
And also one of the big talking points, you've on the back of last season, you got Military Attack. Looks a really nice pickup.
Oh, amazing. I mean, you know, it was lovely to get that call, and looking forward to training him into the big races this year. Obviously, John had him in great shape, you know, when he was Horse of the Year. Obviously, he's got a couple of great horses there, John, now. So I've been given an opportunity to try and bring the horse back up to his best and see if I can, you know, be very sort of, well, challenging in the big races. That's what we're looking forward to.
Well, there's Casper Founds reflecting on the season ahead and the one gone past. And who would have thought that a horse like Flying Keeper could have been responsible for winning a Trainers' Premiership?
It was an amazing final day, and yeah, well, it just shows you keep running him, he kept backing up well. Jenny often said he looked well. And yeah, it gets down to, well, horses of that ilk. It's quite amazing, but I think it's a good reflection as well of Casper. Happy to keep running horses like that and keep them in good condition, and there are races, Brett, for them. You know, you keep running them, they back up, they win their share.
He's durable. He'll be running on the first day of the season as well.
That's right.
So, well, good to see him back.
Well, there's going to be a lot of horses from Hong Kong travelling. We've heard from John Moore about Dan Excel, who's well nestled in Melbourne. And Michael Chang intends to do the same with Rich Tapestry. And Clint caught up with Michael.
Yes, my plan is the horse leaving here on the 26th of September. The horse first race will be on 4th of October in Santa Anita Park. Yeah, I would like to give him the preparation as last season in Dubai. Give him 2 trials. And then he make sure the horse fit enough before he go there, because I don't want to do too much work in America. If I can get the horse as good as in Dubai's performance, the horse should be very competitive.
This is going to be a big thrill and a big moment for Hong Kong racing if he can go well there in America, and it's great to hear that he's having the lead-up run there as well.
You know, full marks to Michael Chang there, Brett, isn't it? I mean, he did a great job with him getting him in Dubai, and no disgrace in losing to Sterling City, and wish him well.
Absolutely. It'll be very interesting to see how he fares over there in the US.
Now his trial the other morning looked as though he's pretty much ready to go.
Very good.
Now, Richard Gibson has had to say farewell to his stable star, Akeed Mafid. He'll start a career at stud in Australia, but he still has Gold Fun to fly the flag for the team.
Talking quickly about Gold Fun, how's he doing? And, you know, tell us a bit about him.
Yeah, you know, for me it's a little bit ironical that he got champion miler because I don't think it's his best distance. If anything, I'd like to focus a little bit shorter this year. Had a little bit of a hiccup with sore feet earlier in the season. I'm maybe 10 days behind schedule, but we hope to see him out in the trial in the middle of the month, and we'll see where we are on fitness-wise. Because we're a little bit behind schedule at the moment.
Is that you're hinting towards maybe perhaps going for the Hong Kong Sprint with him then?
Well, we'll just see how he trials. Yeah. But it's ironical he got the champion miler because I don't think that's his best trip.
All right, well, that's an interesting statement.
I was taken aback. I think I've always had a lot of time for Gold Fun. I think he's so versatile, from probably 6 furlongs to 10 furlongs. But he's a very good miler, and I think he'd be a very good sprinter too. So I'm just wondering, Richard maybe want to go away from Able Friend Variety Club perhaps in December. I'm not sure. I mean, it's an early stage of the season.
Variety Club.
I think Variety Club now is most unlikely to be coming. Is not right.
But still, as you say, the other opposition, Able Friend, yeah, maybe. Be interesting to see. As he said, a little bit of a hiccup with the feet and so forth. He's behind time a little bit, but it'll all come down to how he progresses, probably.
Well, we've heard from a lot of the key players about the good horses in their stables. Let's catch up with a few trainers and see if they've got a horse for us to follow. And Tony Millard's going to kick it all off for us.
Yeah, they're going very well. I've just given them a little bit of work. We've trialled a few, we've got some very nice horses. It would be tough to pick one horse above the others. I got 2 or 3 very nice. I got Stratmore, I really like him. And I got a couple of young horses, you know, which have coming through Divine Calling, and I got a new horse which is just coming out of quarantine. He's a Guineas winner in South Africa, and he could be a very exciting horse as well, you know, as long as he acclimatizes. And yeah, it's really looking up.
Talking about Strathmore, he's a Griffin winner, of course, from last season. But he looked really nice horse moving forward. Had you done much with him leading into that race, or can you expect a lot more improvement this year?
Oh, he'll improve out of sight. You know, I did nothing with him, and he just really surprised us. You know, he's got a proper pedigree. As long as we can be lucky and keep him sound, you know, I think he's the future.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised to see full talent written in all the press, and he's just tried well today, and you know, I think he'll be prominent in early season.
There's one that I quite like him, you know, compared with the others. A horse called Best Fighter. He's from a new side called All American. I bought him as a yearling, but he's improving out of sight. He's improving every day, and his work, I just can't fault him. I think he'll perform a bit earlier than I expect.
I think the name called YY and Asia Rising, these two I really like him. Yeah. Even the last year they ran really well. Yeah.
Talking about YY, last year he looked quite immature physically. Has he developed a bit?
I think it's after the summer. I think that he gained a lot of weight and around 1180 something. So I think it's good for him. He need more time compared with other. He need more time to develop. This year I'm very happy so far. Yes.
And with Asia Rising, he was an import. Just took a little bit of time to settle in.
I think so. You know, because the last couple of runs he still ran good, but I think he's still a little bit green. Have to educate. I think this year should be a lot better.